Hey everybody, welcome to our stream of Shadow of the Beast.
Yeah.
We're going to load it up here on good old WHD load.
Thank God for it.
Yeah, it's the greatest thing
Yes.
about Amiga emulation.
I want to re-thank those guys for letting that become a freeware program. What did you think of this, Boat? I mean, obviously the music is unbelievable.
I was not expecting the music to be as good as it was.
Yeah, it's renowned, I would say.
To tell you the truth, I was not expecting to be the game as good as it was.
I'd
never played Shadow of the Beast before.
Real on any system.
And whenever I'd look it up online, people would just kind of rag on it, saying that it had parallax scrolling, but not much else. And but I mean, compared to a few of the side-scrolling platforming games that we played, I'm not going to lie to you. I think this is a much better game than Sodan.
It's much more. Well, it depends on your perspective. It's not. It's a less playable game than Sodan, in my opinion, because it's so freaking hard.
Well, that's true. It is difficult, but enemies attack you from both sides.
I mean, every aspect of this is better than most games, really. Music, check. It's got the best music, all right, amongst the best, all right. Graphics, I mean, almost without equal. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
The parallax scrolling is.
I
read that in some places it's 12 levels deep.
Yeah.
It's ludicrous.
And even the way that the enemies kind of dip behind some of those parallax things. It's almost, I mean, it's very stylized.
Yes.
They made no attempt at realism, but this is a game called Shadow of the Beast.
I like the atmosphere is good. These little blurbs here with the almost like a role playing.
It adds a role playing feel for sure.
I guess in a modern game this would all be animated, but it works.
Mm-hmm.
The characters cool looking. The monsters are pretty cool. It's oozes with style, for sure. But there's really two Achilles heels of this game.
So, now, correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
If you go inside there's nothing at the bottom of the well, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, you're not ready for that. Now, see, you're playing this a whole different way than I did.
How else can you play this?
Well, I'll show you when I take a turn.
Okay.
And first thing I do is, I'll tell you one thing I do, folks.
Oh, you turn on Invincibility.
I hit F1. Because without that, the game lasts for about 2 seconds and then the game's over. So we're going to cheat. Otherwise, the video would be a shot glass of video. But, I mean, the Zeppelin in the background. Why? Why not? Because you can, all right? Now, see,
there's some artifacting here from the WHD load.
Now, it's funny. I played the WHD load on my 1200, and I got a little bit of glitchiness when your character got hit. It was the only time I had any weird things happen.
Mm-hmm.
But that said, everything about this game is great, except for two big glaring flaws, in my opinion. One, the difficulty. The difficulty is ludicrous. Now, given the fact that in the day, things were harder, right? They made these things harder because people couldn't afford a new game every month, and they wanted the game to have a lot of replayability, right? And so they'd make them difficult. This game is ludicrously hard. I mean, if you didn't have on the Invincibility,
I would be dead 3 times.
You'd be dead a million times. Secondly, it's short. It's just not a long game. Now, don't get me wrong. I can't get to the end, even with the Invincibility on. But I can get over halfway through, and I've seen the rest of it. There's not a ton of content here, which you can understand given the fact that it's a lot of the disc obviously would be used for the graphic stories on this thing. To me, the thing that makes this game, it's hard to. This is a tough game to review in 2016. And the reason is, when this game was released back in the day, no one had ever seen anything like this.
Mm-hmm.
Not even close. It was baffling to see this level of graphics. The music was unbelievable. The atmosphere. And so when you look at it now, and people are like, "Oh, it's just a hard game." I saw some really brutal reviews on Amiga. I think people are a little too hard on this game to a certain degree. I mean, it's definitely flawed. it's sort of lion-hearty in a way. It's a cool game, but it's just it's flawed to a certain degree. And the flaws don't do it any favors.
All right, why don't you take over in the castle?
No, go ahead. I'm gonna play after you get killed.
Can you still die even if you're invulnerable?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Kind of like Shadowgate, this part.
No. No, I never go this way.
This is the only way I go. I've never played this part before. I came upon the Invincibility code late in life, and
I can't see what's happening. What's going on?
Well, I seem to be moving through the level, or I might be running against a. I do see some things moving in the background, barely. Was there some point I was supposed to turn on a light?
I never went this way. I never go this way. I go the other way every time.
That's I'm trained to move to the right. Well, the lights don't come on in here either. Is there something else that needs to happen?
You may need to get something before you can come down this way. Why don't you go out and get you killed, and I'll show you what I know.
Okay.
That's right. Go get murdered. Oh, we don't have to run all the way back.
But yeah, I was not expecting the.
There's the light. Yeah. I'll go back in.
I wasn't expecting the role playing. It's not really role playing elements. It's the graphical adventure elements. It's so much better than a game like Gods, which just, after the intro, there's nothing else to give you story for the rest of the game.
Now, did you like this more than Gods?
Well,
I know we're sort of killing it here, but what?
Yeah, I think I do. I think there's more. There's definitely more variety in the characters. There's not puzzles in this game like Gods, but those things in Gods aren't really puzzles either. It's just basically flipping switches. So yes, in response, I did like this more than Gods. Look at those backgrounds. I mean,
I know, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
This is brutal.
Yeah, that's. I mean, how many people live to see this? Would be my thing. You would never. This game, you've got that outside area.
I'm guessing the invulnerability code didn't ship with the original version of the game.
Well, you can become invulnerable. There are cheats to do it.
How do you?
You may need a weapon you don't have, sir. The music, though. What have we seen music-wise that's in the ballpark of this?
Well, Lionheart music wasn't bad. Turrican is really the only thing that
Turrican, I think, is your closest competitor.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you can't go that way either, sir.
Is there a secret? Doesn't seem to be stopping any of those enemies. They just fly right through it.
What do you think about the way the enemies get punched in this? They just sort of...
Yeah, it's... maybe they just thought, well, there's no way we can animate this, well, so we'll just make them pop behind.
Can you get to that other wall?
Ooh.
I don't remember any secret passages in this.
And there's no alternate attack.
You probably need something you don't currently have. Why don't you get yourself killed and I'll show you what I know.
How can I? Oh,
hit F1.
just F1.
You don't trust me.
Yeah.
Quick.
I wonder if I can absorb. Oh no, maybe a little bit farther back. One more.
So you haven't played this on any of the other in the console releases?
No, I didn't even know this was released for consoles. I guess there was probably... Oh, never mind. This was the pack-in game for the Genesis. What am I saying? This is the original pack-in game for the Sega Genesis.
The funny thing is, that was the worst version.
Well,
that's not true. I saw some people playing on the Spectrum, I think it was. Have you seen that? Have you seen the screenshots of that? It's something.
There's nothing on the Spectrum, sorry, Spectrum fans, that really, looks like anything else that could come from an Amiga or a 16-bit console.
Well, they did the best they could.
They did the best, yeah, given what they had. And the games run fast on the Spectrum. I'll give them that.
Alright, we're going to give this one more whirl. Trust me, my game won't last as long as yours, even with the invincibility on. I love that.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Psygnosis
Fast.
presents.
All right, give me the juice. All right, let's try this.
You're definitely avoiding those.
There's something that always hits me. Watch, there's a bear trap or something right here. Watch, let me see. There it is.
Yeah.
Cheap.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, cheap.
So cheap.
This is your house, right?
No.
Oh. It says home. It's misleading.
I saw that. If you lived here, you'd be dead by now.
Nice job jumping over that
Thank
fireball.
Believe it or not, I spent a lot of time playing this game back in the day. I will say up front, I don't think this is really revealing too much. Shadow of the Beast 3 is my favorite of the series.
Well, I'm sure we'll cover that at some point.
Oh yeah, it's a departure for sure. I like how this bug just sort of melted into the ground.
Well, what kind of a place is this with a giant skull in the wall?
It's this world is a dark and foreboding dump of a world.
Yeah. No place I'd want to hang out.
Yeah. I love the music.
Do you ever wonder why you only have one shin guard?
That's all I got.
I mean, it makes sense if you're going up to bat, but...
What do you want? This guy's cursed. He's cursed to look like a freak. I mean, that's the storyline.
Isn't that the storyline of Lionheart too, or did he just naturally look like that?
Yeah, he was just a freak out of the gate.
Yeah, it's...
What'd you think about jumping with the...
With up?
Yeah.
You know how I like it.
I know.
This game's so hard, though, it wouldn't matter either way. It's my eyeballs. You're at full strength.
I went one ladder too low. That's okay. Get out of here.
Have you noticed how most of the enemies, maybe all of the enemies, are only one color?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
There's some two colors. But it's just like a whole parade of these guys.
I ran into a conga line.
Luckily, those guys just decided to disappear.
Oh, son of a gun. Sorry, folks. It's hard. I'm not used to it with a gamepad. It's okay. I'll get back in a hurry. Never-ending enemies. Time to get ready for the conga line to come back into effect. These guys are like the red coats.
Yeah.
Just stand in line to attack. No offense, everybody.
Fine.
Now,
the door opens.
now, here's this. This is tricky. It was. I know what to do now. Go all the way back up here. I never figured this out for the longest time. Back in the day, but it came back to me pretty quick. I sent Boat a message when we were going to review this. I said, make sure you know how to use F1, Boat.
Yeah, I had not figured it out, and I had not gotten far.
I was so frustrated, I just wanted to die.
Hit that orb. Yeah. Now you got what? Special fireball powers?
Oh, yeah. See this thing on the wall?
Mm-hmm. That's a door?
No, it's a teleporter.
Oh. Was that what your key was for?
Yeah, no. Here we go.
Oh. It's an interesting... Is it a vehicle?
No. And I'm dead. That's the part I can't. You have to shoot that guy until he dies, and I didn't kill him. So there you go, folks. That's as good as I can do.
Shadow of the Beast. Give it a shot. Until next time, adios.